Hey friends, I'm Trinity Mitchell, better known as your friend Trin, and welcome to Friend Fusion. Thank you so much for being a part of my community. I know that this would not be possible without you. I'm gonna say it again. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you would tune in here at Friend Fusion. What I love most about this platform is it allows all of us to get better. It's not like that next reality TV show that we all get around to get the latest tea, but when you come to Friend Fusion, you just want to get better. You just want to get better and better and better because we're all friends here. I'm your friend, you're my friend. I want you to do me a favor. Share the video right now. Stop what you're doing. Share the video. I'm sharing mine right now. Text a friend and say, yo, Friend Fusion is on. Especially those group messages, they got all the juicy tea. Y'all need to do better. Because we're all about getting better. And here at Friend Fusion, that's what we do best. We get better. I love you guys. I can't wait to spend the rest of the evening with you. We ain't gonna be here for a long time, but it's definitely gonna be a good time. Whatever you do, go friend. Hey friends, I'm Trinity Mitchell, better known as your friend Trin, and welcome to Friend Fusion. Thank you so much for being a part of my community. I know that this would not be possible without you. I'm gonna say it again. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you would tune in here at Friend Fusion. What I love most about this platform is it allows all of us to get better. It's not like that next reality TV show that we all get around to get the latest tea, but when you come to Friend Fusion, you just want to get better. You just want to get better and better and better because we're all friends here. I'm your friend, you're my friend. I want you to do me a favor. Share the video right now. Stop what you're doing. Share the video. I'm sharing mine right now. Text a friend and say, yo, Friend Fusion is on. Especially those group messages, they got all the juicy tea. Y'all need to do better. Because we're all about getting better. And here at Friend Fusion, that's what we do best. We get better. I love you guys. I can't wait to spend the rest of the evening with you. We ain't gonna be here for a long time, but it's definitely gonna be a good time. Whatever you do, go friend. Entrepreneurship is single-handedly the hardest job in the world. It has great rewards, but the rewards are completely dependent on the boss's work ethic, relationships, and consistency. For many entrepreneurs, especially Black entrepreneurs, we are the leaders of our families and our friend groups. We help, lend, and provide, not expecting reciprocity because oftentimes we are the first. The first to start our own businesses, the first to have more than enough, and the first to lose. When you experience loss by the hands of people you have not only helped, but helped to win, it is devastating, completely devastating. Forgiveness becomes obsolete, revenge illuminates, and your dream to see them win is shattered by their ability to be conniving, deceitful, and simply unappreciative of who you have been to them. Well, a real boss not only pays the cost, but experiences loss. The loss, however, is not a means for payback, but a means to make the next move the best move. On today's episode of It Costs to Be the Boss, my guest, Sean Simon, and I will discuss the importance of discernment, discretion, and dialogue in entrepreneurship. Stay tuned, friends.
Friend Fusion, marker, and action.
Hey friends, I am Trinity Mitchell, better known as your friend Trent, and I am so excited about today's show. Per usual, I feel like the song in my spirit today is "Wipe Me Down, Wipe Me Down." That's how I feel with this lovely guest that I have today, and I cannot wait to introduce her. Friends, welcome to the platform of Friend Fusion, the Sean Simon. Say hi.
Hello.
Do you hear the people screaming in their homes? They're like hey friend, because my friends know, like, if I got a friend, they automatically everybody else's friend. They just understand the assignment. Yeah, so you have like a ton of new friends now. So you better get really, really comfortable, because we really transparent here, and we just get all in each other's business, and we love it. We love that for us.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys, Sean is a philanthropist, a makeup artist, not just any old makeup artist. I don't want to say a celebrity makeup artist, because it's so much bigger than that.
Yeah,
You're just like that girl. She's a manufacturer. I mean, tell me why I stop. You want to keep going? Keep going.
No,
The success really does speak for itself. It truly is, Sean. I'm not just talking to butter your cup or anything. Like, seriously, it is an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
Such an honor. This is a whole God thing for me, because there's no reason that I should be having you here today.
And so I did your makeup.
I think I missed something, guys. I got so excited, I forgot to tell y'all to zoom into this beat. Yes, and I feel great. I feel good. Thank you. Thank you, girls.
Listen, you gonna have all of Dallas hating me.
No, I will not. Do not. You mess with Sean, you mess with me, and we don't need that. But I'm glad that we can start this show off with some big laughs, because, you know, it's just a season for us to laugh. It's been a lot to happen.
It is.
I know you guys heard the intro, and I wrote that intro with Sean in mind. Every boss experienced loss.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I thought that you'd be the perfect person to bring this thing full term today. So I'm really, really excited to jump right in. You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. Let's go.
Okay, great. So it was 2020 that brought out, that kind of like renewed our relationship with you.
Yes.
Because you were, I don't know if you guys know, but I work for Warrior Apparel. Brandon is COO of Warrior Nation. And Pastor Kelly had this amazing idea to put scriptures on a face mask.
Yes.
When the pandemic first broke out. And I don't think it took Brandon longer than an hour to say, I'm calling Sean. And that was pretty much it, right? And that was pretty much it. And I think that reconnected us.
Yes.
And you had a busy, crazy year, right?
It was insane. It actually, for me, it started in 2019 because being a part of a manufacturer, you're part of the supply chain. And a lot of stuff was happening over in China. So things were starting to shut down for us in America. So it was really difficult to find zippers, buttons, threads, all of that. And so my team was coming to me. They were like, are we going to have to, are we going to close down? Are we going to file for unemployment? What's happening? And I told my team, I need to go away for 2 days and pray. And when I come back, I'll have an answer.
I love it.
And so this was around like November. I went away and I prayed for 2 days. And 2 days after I came back, I was laying in the bed, 4:00 in the morning. God had came to me and I had an open vision. And God began to tell me to make masks in bulk and to also help people. We have a friend. So to help people. And during that time, I was so overwhelmed because I also heard the audible voice of God, or the Holy Spirit talking to me.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was so moved spiritually that when I woke up that morning, I knew exactly what my assignment was.
Yeah.
And I began to do it. I told my husband, we have to make masks. We maximized all of our credit cards. We spent all of our money, everything on masks. We were sitting on thousands and thousands of masks. And then by December, we were like, oh, Dad, what did we do?
Yeah.
Because we were obedient to God.
Right.
But it just didn't make sense because
Wow.
the pandemic hadn't hit in America yet. And so March, I think the 13th or the 21st, whenever the CDC said everybody wear a mask, we were the only manufacturer that was prepared. And so we got everybody calling us. We went
Wow.
from 0 to 1,000 in just a matter of days. And actually, you guys, Brandon was the first company to call.
Wow.
I mean, and we started rocking and rolling together immediately.
Wow, that's such an amazing story. I always believe that God goes ahead of us.
He
And it
does.
may seem crazy, but just be obedient.
It was crazy.
Yes.
No, my husband didn't understand it. My mom, nobody understood it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that when you have a spiritual experience, you cannot shake it.
Yeah.
There's no if, buts, or ands. There's no second guessing.
Yeah.
There's no nothing. It's like God spoke to me. I'm very clear about my
Absolutely.
assignment, and I must go forth. And that's how it was.
Absolutely. I love that. I really do. I love that you said that when you came back after those 2 days of prayer, you knew what your assignment was.
Yep, God came to me, and I heard His audible voice as clear as I'm talking to you, and I saw open vision of exactly what I was supposed to do.
Yes, yes. That's really good, friends. I always say that the more we pray, the less stress that we have. Because God is always speaking to us. God will reveal things to you in prayer, and He will literally be set ahead of the curve that everybody else is trying to catch up on.
Yep.
And you're already there, ready to go, ready to move.
Yeah, it's true.
But with every assignment, Sean, comes a little bit of adversity.
Yeah.
Right? So you want to talk about that?
Let's go. I think the blessing, even before we get into that, we did exactly what God told us to do.
Yeah.
We made thousands of masks, and we helped thousands of families.
Yeah.
We gave away so much money. We paid bills for people.
Yes.
We paid their rents, their car notes, put food in their family, and every day we would just post it on social media. Who needs a bill paid?
Wow.
it was just that. It wasn't no structure to it.
Wow.
We were like, I'm going to do what God said.
Yeah.
Just go for it. And 80% of the people that we helped gave us receipts,
Yeah.
showing that they paid their bills, showing that they bought food for their kids.
I love that.
And we even had people to say, I never opened the Bible until you helped me.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna have faith. I was losing faith. I was losing hope, but you helped me, and so it restored my faith in God. And that was a sign that this definitely was a God thing.
I'm where I'm supposed to be.
I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm doing exactly
Yeah.
what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it was that, and we were helping everybody, and Lord,
Yeah.
here we are.
I love how you have been committed to just obeying the voice of God and literally just going and doing it, not thinking about it. It's like, okay, God told me to do it. My credit card said, let me.
Yeah.
And literally, when everything takes place, excuse me, guys, we have a friend here by the name of Pete, and he keeps trying to taste my earring. Anyway, I was just thinking about how committed you are to the voice of God.
Yeah.
And through that commitment, you have not only been able to be blessed yourself, but you blessed many, like thousands of people. Thousands of people. Listen, when the Bible says the generous shall prosper, it was right.
Yeah.
It was right.
It
It
was
was
right.
right. Yeah. So I'm really loving your heart today. I hope that speaks to our viewers today out there that when you commit to God, when you obey the voice of God, even when it sounds crazy, even when it
Yeah.
sounds ludicrous, even when nobody else is doing it, and you're the only one sitting here on thousands of masks, God is like, I'm preparing. I already got something prepared for you.
Yeah.
I'm getting you prepared. And a lot of times when we face things like that, we're like, I feel stupid. I feel dumb. I need to figure out something. No, just be still.
Yep.
Pray. And just know that God has got you. And the thing that God has for you, He's not preparing it. It's already prepared. He's just preparing you.
true.
So good. So good. So, like I was saying, with our new assignments that God gives us, the enemy always got some adversity to come with it.
He's so busy.
Yeah, I'm constantly reminding myself, the assignment is greater than the adversity, Trinity. The assignment is greater than the adversity because adversity comes. Like, that's just what it is. I had to
Yeah.
speak somewhere last week. Do you know I got there? This never happens to me. I got there, did not have my clothes for the event. And I'm like, I'm not going to be distracted from the assignment. I'm not going to be distracted from that assignment. And that is not anything near to what you have experienced, but it's just a testament that when you decide that I'm going to follow God, expect the enemy to get upset.
Yeah.
Expect him to get upset. And so, just share your story with us.
No, so we did exactly that. We were super obedient. And as we were growing as a company, in my heart, I was like, God, I was obedient.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm about to walk into my harvest.
I'm seeing your goodness.
I'm seeing
It's
goodness.
evident.
Right. You could I'm walking into my harvest. And Lord and behold, it got crazy.
Yeah.
The people that I helped, they had a heart to destroy me. And they were no longer with our company, and it
These
just
people worked for you?
Yep, they
Mhm.
worked for me, and
Yeah.
then I let them go, and it just after that, it just seemed like things turned, and they forgot everything that I did for them,
Yeah.
and they just had a heart to destroy me.
Yeah.
They had a heart to destroy me, and it basically wrecked my life. It almost destroyed my business. I was fighting for almost a year and some 2 months, and we were just fighting and fighting with lawyers and different things. And it was probably one of the most heartbreaking things that I have ever gone through, especially to be in a position to where 1 year I'm helping thousands of families, and then the next year I'm hitting rock bottom.
Wow.
Yep.
I love that you have really handled this so well. I've never seen you like lashing out. I've never seen you going live. Like you had the opportunity just like so many people. But a lot of times when we face these things with people, you get on social media and you like everything is out there. It's all aired out.
I tried my best, but there were some times
Yeah.
where I felt like fighting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I felt
straight
like
up.
fighting. I was like,
And it got to a place because it's one thing for someone to do something hurtful to you, but it's another thing for people that you've helped to do
Yeah,
something
absolutely.
hurtful and to try to destroy you and try to destroy your business, because one thing is that it really took me to a very low place. A very low place. I remember in my business when I had just burst out crying, and I'm like, how can they do this? They tried to come after my business and
Yeah.
take my business down, because in LA there are certain laws that I'm not from LA, so there are certain laws that are in place, like, employees, you have to have them clock in when there were some I was trying to help and build their business,
Yeah, yeah.
and just it really hurt me, deep within, because I I've never been in that place to where you want to see somebody fall and crumble, and not only fall and crumble, but get to a place where you're laughing at them on social media. I remember a post that went up. People were making fun of me, and they had put in the post, and they said, I'm at peace while she's in pieces." And that broke my heart, because at that moment I was in peace. I mean, I was in broken pieces.
Yeah.
And I had called my mom crying, and I was telling my mom, I was like, Mom, like, I just want you to know that it's not me, but I'm hearing these voices in my head to kill myself. And I had gotten suicidal. I was struggling with darkness at a really deep level, because I hear God's voice, I hear the Holy Spirit, but I was exposed to a depth of darkness that I had never been exposed to. And to have that type of warfare, and if I felt like nobody could help me,
Yeah.
like it just wasn't enough words for someone to just get me out of this rut.
Yeah.
And to be in that rut and to have people laughing, the same people that I'll help laughing at me, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It was heartbreaking. And I remember seeing the post, and I just kept reliving it and reliving it. And then God said that I'm the person that can make broken pieces into a masterpiece.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And he does it every single time.
Every time.
Yeah, from the moment you called your mom till today.
Yeah, and
Right?
it's just, I know my mom was like, "What?" Because I'm the oldest, right, grandchild. I'm the oldest girl grandchild, and I've always been like the leader, and always had to be the strongest. So for me to be in that vulnerable state,
Yeah.
to be in completely broken
Yeah.
and completely heartbroken, and just losing everything,
Yeah.
like everything going down, because what was I?
Yeah,
I
understand.
couldn't think.
Yeah.
I couldn't think. I couldn't create. I was fighting. I was, a lot of stuff was just going through my head, and it was a really dark time.
I want to know, because I'm sitting here with you. I've experienced your presence today while you did my makeup. You're such in a good place. And I'm grateful to have experienced that today. I believe that all of us have a way of showing our fruit. And I feel like I can eat from your tree. I really do. Even though with all the things that you have encountered. So tell me how you entered into the forgiveness process of that situation.
Oh my God. Well, let me tell you, it was
Or is it still a process?
it's a process.
Yeah.
Okay. I can tell you I am healed today.
Uh-huh.
Right? From them, from the whole situation. I'm
Yeah.
completely healed. But it is definitely a process. It takes time because I think one of the things for me is when we were going through the situation, I was dealing with my lawyer, and it got to a point where my lawyer wasn't even like fighting on my behalf.
Yeah.
It just felt like everybody was against me, and so I prayed, and we found a lawyer in Louisiana, but she couldn't represent me in California. I'm sorry.
Pete, not
Right.
here.
Right. So I had a lawyer here in California. I had a lawyer in California. I'm gonna repeat myself. I had a lawyer in California, and I didn't feel like they were doing a good job representing me.
Yeah.
And so I had prayed and I asked God for help, and we met a lawyer in Louisiana. And this lawyer was a saved woman. She was anointed, and she had given us wise counsel.
Yeah.
And counseled us through the entire process. And she also gave us solutions on how to navigate through the entire thing. And with her help and her experience, that's what kind of helped lift the load off, because she wasn't just guiding me legally. She was telling me to release it. To release
so important.
it. Exactly.
Yeah.
To release it and start to forgive.
Yeah.
Because this next level where God has taken me, I can't hold on to this I can't hold on to this grudge and bitterness and anger. And so she really counseled me through the process. And as she began to minister to me, the yokes were starting to break.
Amen.
And then God had told us to go to Dallas. And we were like, I was like, I have nothing. Like, how can I go to Dallas?
Yeah.
I literally have nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I've lost almost everything. And there was no pride, there was no pride, but I still had a question like, God, how is it that a girl can generate almost $7 million and help everybody? On everybody that you can imagine, and I'm almost a year later, I can't even help myself.
Yeah.
Like, that is a very, very humbling position.
And
to
it's not
be
even,
in.
and it's not that you're in the position because you've made bad decisions, or you've like gambled your money away, or your husband doing something crazy and left you. You're in this position because you had a heart for people
I was obedient.
who did not have a heart for you.
But I was also in the position because I was obedient, and that taught me something about God, because oftentimes we think that bad things happen because we're doing something wrong, but sometimes things can happen because you are obedient.
Amen.
Because you are walking in obedience and what God told you to do. If I didn't do what God told me to do, a lot of people could have been hurt. They could have lost hope. They could have lost joy. They could have taken their own lives. But God used me to be a witness to a lot of different people by giving to them.
Absolutely.
So, I had to come to grips with that. But when God had told us to come to Dallas, I didn't even know how we were going to make it. And so I said, okay, we want to live in a house. So we called places, and all the houses was taken up. This was like February this year, 2020, 2022.
Yeah.
And then my husband was like, why don't you fly to Dallas and go and see what's going on? And so I looked at 2 apartments. It wasn't what I was. I got in my car and I prayed and I said, God, if this is your will, make this process smooth for me.
Yeah.
Because I've been through a lot and I just can't take no more. And so I walked into a place, and as I was walking to the place, there was a guy standing right at the door, and he was like, "I know who you are," and I was like, "You do?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "I'm looking for an apartment." He was like, "Oh, this is gonna be your place."
Wow.
And so then he walked me into the leasing office, and I was like, "Hi, I'm here." And the guy said, "Look, this girl is blessed. So whatever she wants, make sure y'all get it to her."
Wow.
And then the leasing manager said, "I know who you are." I said, "You do?" He was like, "I took your class in New York." And he was like, "What is it that you want?" I was like, "Well, I need space. I'm looking for a place." And the manager came. He said, "I think I have the best place for you."
Wow.
Now he was like, "But you're gonna have to trust me." Now when I had when we were talking about the place, you know, I said, "Lord, I'm gonna have to trust him," but whatever.
Yeah.
We need to be obedient and move like God said.
Right.
And this was the opportunity. And when I walked into my loft, God had blessed us with a 3,000 square foot loft,
Crazy.
3 full bathrooms, 3 full walk-in closets, 2 kitchens,
Pause.
and 2 entrances to our place.
Wow.
So and 20-foot ceilings. So it was like, I mean, at that moment, I broke down because I knew that God had not forsaken me.
Yeah, like he had not forgotten.
I knew that he hadn't forsaken me, even though I had went through all of that chaos and all of that turmoil and all of that disappointment. I knew that he had not forsaken me. And so it was like, at that moment when I walked through my loft, it was like a praise came over me to where I could no longer be mad at them.
Wow.
I couldn't be upset. I couldn't hate them. I couldn't even talk about the situation in a bad manner, because I knew that I was walking in the favor of God.
Yes.
It's emotional. I'm sorry. It
It's
just
okay.
gets me.
It's okay.
But, you know,
Come.
thank you.
I think that a lot of times we get caught up in the frustration that we miss the favor of God that's on our lives.
Yeah.
And sometimes the frustration seems to be so overwhelming that we don't even notice God's favor. But for that to happen to you, it's like God literally is sitting there reminding you, like, girl, I never took my hand off of you.
I never took my hand
never
off you.
took my hand off of you. Like, I don't care who opposed you, who came against you. I was always for you. And
Yeah.
I love that, because I think for those people that did what they did, however they did it, they meant it for your bad, they meant it for evil, but God always means it for good.
Yeah.
And I heard you say you generated $7 million.
Or more, yeah.
Or more. So here's where I am, Sean. I feel like, okay, so this is happening and God is calling me to a new city. Everything that's happening before the new city is preparation for the new city. And if
Yeah.
I already generated $7 million, what am I about to generate? Bro, that get me
That's what
excited.
everybody says, but it's hard for me to even see it like that. I'm not even gonna lie. It's hard for me to see it like that.
Yeah.
But that's what everybody
I
says.
gotta see it like
And-
that. Like God is going to give me more.
Yeah.
He's
and-
not a backtracking kind of God.
No, he's not a backtrack kind of God, but I also know that God is not always blessing just with money. And I can see that since I've been here, like just the spiritual downloads
Yeah.
that I've gotten, just the anointing that God has given me. I cannot speak to someone that's going to a deep, dark place if it wasn't for that
Yeah,
experience.
absolutely.
You know, when I first got to Dallas, my first week, I got invited to speak to high schools, to kids, to different parents that was going through deep, dark times. And every time since I've been in Dallas, I've seen God prepare the way for me.
Yes.
And, you know, money, now I know, like, you know, money is great.
Yeah.
I love a good bag. I love
We
my
do.
convertible. I love everything that I have, right?
Yes.
But what is so beautiful about just everything is that it really is the grace and the anointing that God has. And I know that God has called me to a deeper place.
Yeah.
Because I was able to come through that. Like Psalms 23 has just brought so much life to me.
Yeah.
That walking through, yea, that I walk through the valley,
Yeah,
of
I
the
shall
shadow,
not
I will fear no
want.
evil.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been an experience, and I can speak to a deeper level.
Yeah.
Because I went through that.
Yeah. That is beautiful. I mean, you giving me Job vibes today, Shy.
It's given.
You giving I survived. Look at me today. Like, from the social media posts to the laughing at you to calling you, being broken in pieces, so to speak. I'm at peace while she's in pieces. It's amazing how God will literally build a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Like and a lot of times I love that you've overcome this and you come to this healed place, because we can sometimes be so focused that we can't even hear God say, go to the next place.
Yeah.
Because we've consumed our hearts with the disappointment, with the hurt, with the unforgiveness. But you were mature enough in your faith, even in a dark place. Your faith was so much, it was giving you some light, because you were like, okay, God said, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to move.
Yeah.
And you moved, and look what God has done for you here in Dallas as it relates to your relationships and literally preparing the way for you. And I mean, I don't know a lot about your career before now, but I don't know if you were going to speak to little girls and carrying on and going to do it. I don't know if you were doing revival, friend.
I'm ready for revival. I'm ready.
know.
Whoever wants the Holy Ghost, I'm ready.
Yes.
Because I done been through war. I done been to a
Listen.
dark place. So, but,
I'm so happy for you.
I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
And I can do it with love.
Yes.
From a real place to
Yeah.
care for somebody with love.
Absolutely.
From a real place to make sure that the person is good, and, because I know what it feels like not to be good.
Yeah.
I know what it feels like to have so much and to lose it.
Yeah.
Just about lose it all.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like when I got to Dallas and God began to work on me and to heal me, God was like, settle down. I need
got
you to
you.
just settle down. And I'd be like, God, I ain't got no money. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? And God was like, I'm provider. Boom, here's 20,000.
Wow.
Here, that's what you need. That's what you need. Okay. God said, settle down.
Yeah.
And then when we go past the 20,000,
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta work. I don't know what to do. God says, here's 40,000.
Yeah.
Boom. I need you to settle down.
Right.
We settled down. I thought it was gonna be a month, but we end up settling down for like 4 months.
I love
just
it.
doing nothing.
Resting.
Just resting
Yeah.
and getting ourselves together. We literally did nothing.
You had spent so many months though fighting, trying to get legal help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So God was just giving you, come
God
to
just
me
said
and I will
rest.
give you rest.
Yeah.
And
that's
I
what
love
God
it.
did.
Yeah, it's exactly what He did.
And we didn't miss anything. We didn't lose
No
anything.
lack.
We didn't have any lack. We didn't go without.
That's the kind
it's
of God we
just-
serve.
It is.
Yeah.
And it was a faith walk. But it's been incredible.
It has. It has.
been
It sounds
incredible.
like it has. So, no, of course, all the entrepreneurs are watching because they saw the promotion of this show. They're like, Sean Simon on there, I'm watching. So thank you for bringing me some new friends, Fred. But I know there are a lot of people here who have shared or sharing in the same experience as you right now, because I don't believe that this is happenstance. I just don't.
Yeah.
So what is your advice to that person who is hearing that voice, kill yourself, do something to yourself, tap out, don't worry about it, disappear? What is your advice to that entrepreneur who has just about lost everything in hopes of helping everybody else?
Well, the advice that I would give before you even lose anything is always seek wise counsel. I think as an entrepreneur myself, when I was at the top of my game and I was winning, I wanted to have my friends win too.
Absolutely.
I wanted to bring on everybody, but that's not always the best case for your business.
Yes, so
and
true.
if I would have consulted with wise counsel, I would have probably hired the best people for the job instead of hiring friends.
Yeah.
So that's number one. And number two is always know that it's just temporary.
I love that.
It is temporary. It's not permanent. That if you're an entrepreneur, then you know how to get back up. You know how to dust yourself off, and you just implement everything that you implemented before, and get back into place and do that. And I can tell you today, like, there's no loss, there's no lack, and we're winning.
Yeah,
We're
absolutely. We're winning. I would just declare that too. We're winning.
We're
winning.
winning.
I
Yeah.
love that. It's a winning kind of season.
From
That's
a
just
wi-
what it is.
from a wise place.
Yes, from a wise place. I
From a
love
wise
that.
place.
This is why I wanted to include the discretion, the discernment, and the dialogue, because as entrepreneurs, it can be so hard, for us to get the right people around us.
Man.
It can be extremely difficult to get the right people with you. And if you're not careful, you end up in situations that you could possibly avoid. Even though God uses everything, He uses our mess. So He uses our mess ups for messages, and God turns our pieces into pieces and makes us masterpieces. But it can be so hard to get to that place where you understand, okay, I'm going through this because I could ultimately make better decisions, but I'm also going through this because God's preparing me for something. It's just like, bruh, I should never even mess with them. God, I get it. I get what you're doing here, God. But you know what? I just want to use better discretion. Because I know you my friend and carrying on, but when money is carrying on and getting involved, people just switch up on you.
They do.
Yeah.
It say people act funny when you involve the money.
Yeah, it happens.
But you gotta trust your gut. I had a young lady, and she came for an interview, and my team was like really excited to have her. But there was something on the inside that said, she's not a good fit. And because I was, my team was like, oh, she's a good fit. She's a good fit. I listened to them when I should have trusted my gut. And I can even say that now because I expressed it to my team.
Yeah.
I expressed it. I said, I don't feel good about her. And my team was like, oh, she's good. She's good. So we ended up hiring her, and she ended up being a headache. My biggest headache with that.
Yeah.
But with that being said, is to always trust your gut.
Yeah.
Because when you have discernment, you're gonna need to make some tough decisions.
Absolutely.
And if you stumble or delay those decisions, it can hurt you in the long run.
Yeah.
And as the experts say, be slow to hire and quick to fire.
That's so good.
Yep.
That's so good. So tell us about your business. I mean, a lot has happened, and
Yes.
you've won a lot, you've lost a lot, but God has got you in a new season. So
I'm in a new season.
Bring us to the new season. Yeah, new season, Sean.
Well, it's a new season.
Listen.
I mean, it's great. So the manufacturer is still in play. I've done a lot of downsizing to where we only focus on t-shirts.
Nice.
And so we've had some amazing, really big clients that are strictly looking for t-shirts. I put a goal out there to sell 5 million t-shirts in a year, and we've had a bunch of companies saying, I want to be a part of your mission.
Yeah.
And they started just buying t-shirts.
I love it.
And we've gotten to a place where the company doesn't need my image or my face to grow. So I don't even show my face in that brand anymore.
Cool.
So I can really focus on doing makeup. And during this time when I was relaxing and resting in God, my husband was like, why don't you do something you love? And because I had retired from makeup artistry. And so I got back into makeup, and I started doing it on myself, and I got such an amazing response on social media. I didn't even expect it.
Yeah.
And once I started doing it, the social media was telling me what to do. They was like, come on, go for it, do this. Do it. And then I got so many DMs where people were like, can you do my makeup? I was like, guys, I'm still in retirement. I'm not doing makeup.
I'm so glad you came out of retirement today. I'm so glad. Y'all see me?
But then it just got to be so much to where I was like, okay, I'm out of retirement.
Yeah.
Let me go get a makeup kit. Let me go get some stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just started doing it, and God started adding. I didn't have to chase nobody.
I started doing it, and God what?
Started adding. Yeah.
Y'all better write that down. Write that down. I started doing it, and God started adding. That's so good.
I didn't have to call nobody for no references. It's just people started reaching out. Can you do my makeup? Can you do my makeup? Can you do my makeup? And now my schedule's booked.
Yes.
It's booked. I opened up a studio, a makeup studio, and I haven't even put that publicly out.
Right.
Because every time I try to put it out, I keep getting booked for that month, and I'm like, okay, I got to figure out how to manage all of this.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us some of the artists you've toured with doing makeup.
Oh, wow. Remy Ma.
Huh?
She's like one of my faves.
That's my sis in my head.
Remy Ma. I worked with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You're asking me to go back 17 years.
You told me Love and Hip Hop, New York,
Love
8
and
years
Hip
there.
Hop. Really, really big with advertising. So Pepsi, Gold Bond. Oh my God.
You can just go on and on and on.
I could literally go on. It's 17 years.
It's amazing.
17
You have a
years.
makeup line as well?
I do.
Tell us about it.
I do. I have a makeup line that's called Michelle, which
Mm-hmm.
is my maiden name, and it means to be like God.
I love it.
And that is my makeup brand.
Mm-hmm.
And we started out with like liquid lipsticks, and now we have a skincare line,
Wonderful.
and it's doing amazing.
Yeah.
It's doing amazing.
I absolutely love that. I'm so proud of
You're
you.
wearing one of the lipsticks.
Am I?
Yes, with a lip
Why?
gloss.
Phil, zoom in on me. Zoom in on me.
You're wearing French Kiss.
Ugh,
That's the
I
name
feel
of it.
so cute. Huh? Oh. Brandon said I'm wearing your lipstick and your panties. And it is so true.
Yeah, we made underwear, so
Yeah.
that was
The best underwear ever. Let me tell y'all this. Tommy Johns could never. I called Sean like, Brand, I need you to hit up Sean and tell her to send me some drawers. Because listen, Tommy Johns, Victoria's Secret.
Look.
Oh my God, they could never.
Look,
Can
when
we,
you-
can
when
we
you
do
was-
that? Can we add that to the t-shirts?
Yeah, look, it's there. But I'm telling you, so many opportunities are coming.
Yeah.
To where I'm just trying to manage it all.
Yeah.
But it was fun. You were sitting in the makeup chair. You was like, Sean, I'm wearing your underwear. I was like, yes.
The best
Yes.
ever. Okay.
And we made them from the mask. So we
Wow.
made them just like the mask. They're antimicrobial, antibacterial, and they're super, super soft.
So soft.
Yeah.
So comfy. My bums are so comfy today. Like, feeling great. And when this happens, listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to create some kind of. Well, listen. When these are back on the market at Sean Simon, I'm creating content and everything. Like, y'all
Well, look,
got
it's
to
no
have.
more Sean Simon because we've wised up in business.
Oh, nice. Come on.
I'm never having a business under my name, and I'm
Uh-huh.
also never owning anything. I
Ooh.
own nothing.
I love
It's
it.
all owned by trust.
I love it.
So I own nothing. Sean Simon is.
Is that your advice to viewers today?
Listen.
Learn from my experience, right?
When you start getting the money,
Uh-huh.
open up a trust.
I got it. I love
Seriously,
it.
open up a
I'm
trust.
taking it from me too.
Yeah, get a trust and get everything out of your name.
I love it. I
Yep.
love it. Well, I'm proud of you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for sharing your story with us
Thank
today.
you. Thank you.
You know, usually I say, what is it that you want to tell our friends watching today? But you know what? I'm the kind of person where if I feel fear, if I feel doubt, if I feel anxiety, I just kind of like boss up on the enemy. I'll be like, first of all, my Bible told me that God is not giving me nothing of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. So
Yeah.
you got to go. You got to go. So typically I would ask you, what is it that you want to say to our viewers today? But what are you saying to the enemy these days?
Oh, what am I saying? I'm not saying anything to the enemy. It's not my job to even fight the enemy. It's not. When you talk about fear, there's two meanings of fear in Hebrew. The first meaning is pachad. That means to project terror. The
Yeah.
second meaning is yira. That means to submit to God. So that's what I'm doing. I'm submitting
And
to
then
God.
God takes care of him.
I can't fight the devil. We have to call on Jesus to fight. It's not my
Absolutely.
job to fight the devil.
Absolutely.
So
So you
I'm-
think I be doing too much and I be bossing up on him?
I mean, look, sometimes we gotta get,
Sometimes I just have to let him know it's on site.
It's
I'm
on
up today,
site.
and this is what it's gonna be. You're not gonna worry me today. Period.
that's it. But
I think there's a place for it all, though. Yeah.
but I've learned
Yeah.
in my life that I have to transfer the burdens
I
onto
love
Jesus
it.
so
I
that
love
I
it.
can really be on site.
Bring your burdens to me, and I will give you rest.
Yes.
And you experiencing it,
I-
and you look like it too, girl. You look great. Your energy feels
Thank
great.
you.
I
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Mhm.
I feel healed. I feel whole.
Yeah.
And there's a grace and a compassion.
Mm.
I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
I really do, because it has to be at a low place to do that.
Absolutely.
And so I feel compassion
Mm-hmm.
for them and for their souls, because I do know that what you reap, what you sow.
You gotta sell.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I have Pastor Sino, it's Pastor Kelly's husband, and he teaches us that what we sow is what you get. It's like you cannot sow oranges and then you get apples, right? It's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. So when you was like, I'm getting more than money, though I'm getting, girl, you get money too because you sold a lot.
I'm getting the money.
You getting the
Look,
money.
I'm always gonna get the money.
You getting the money because you sold a lot of money, and that is
Yeah.
so inspirational for me.
Yeah.
I'm sure for everyone else watching that if you just do what God told you to do, it doesn't matter what you face. Your assignment is always greater than the adversity.
Yeah.
And on the other side of that, God is going to be there reminding you that He never left you. Like,
Yeah.
never. So anyway, I guess we should, I don't know. It's just so hard to stop talking to you.
Wipe your face.
Survive. Pete, no. Move, Pete. I have named the fly, y'all, because he won't leave the set. And we could not kill him, and we had to film. But anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for watching today. Sean, you sure you don't want to leave anything with our friends today?
What can I leave with our friends? If I had to leave anything, I would say trust yourself. Trust yourself. Don't second guess yourself. With your business and with your things that you're doing, just always listen to the inside of you.
I love that.
Listen to the inside of you and pray about everything. Everything.
All things.
Now I don't make a decision without praying. If I need to buy a new toothbrush, Kyle, what kind of toothbrush you want? Like, I just pray about everything.
It's that serious, though.
It
really
is.
is.
That serious.
It's that serious.
It's
Yep.
that serious.
I'm learning that. I find myself doing the same thing.
Especially the times that we're living in today.
Yep.
Like it's not a time to play.
Yeah. I love that. It's not a time to play. I think we're going to wrap it up on that note. It's not a time to play. Well, friends, this has been another episode of Friend Fusion. It truly does cost to be the boss. But I think what I've learned from Sean today is when you realize that God is the boss, it really don't cost you much at all. Because you realize that you're living for him. You're doing what he called you to do. And because of that, you're always going to be shielded. You're always going to be protected. I love to show everybody this logo, because Friend Fusion is a symbol of friendship and a shield. And that's what real relationship is. And God's relationship is like a shield to us. It keeps us. So even though we experience things, God is always there ahead of us, preparing the way, keeping us. And we always come out like literally pure as gold. Look at you. You giving win. And you definitely giving money. And I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy about it. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I pray that you would learn to pray more. I pray that you would learn to trust yourself more. And more so than anything else, listen, go friend. Somebody needs your testimony. Somebody needs your story. And I know that you guys have been tremendously blessed today. So go be transparent with somebody else and tell them that they too can overcome. See you guys soon. Bye, friends.
Friend Fusion.